So next I want to talk about Souls games and difficulty. So Tamir Hussein, editor at um, GameSpot, essentially started this thread on Twitter about accessibility in video games, specifically from soft games, which are known to be difficult, and talk about how there's no
These are
reason.
the exaggerated swagger guys, right?
I think it was, yeah, GameSpot.
Okay.
It might have been Game Informer actually, that did the exaggerated swagger.
No, it was Game Informer. It was Game Informer. You're right.
Yeah. But yeah, and he had this long thread, and of course, people who play from soft games always get so defensive because the thing is, when it comes to the idea of accessibility in these games, a lot of people feel like adding accessibility options will take away their hard mode. And I think they don't understand what the word add means.
Right.
To add means to add on to what already exists. Nothing is being taken away. People who like to play really difficult games feel like the idea of there being an easy mode makes their struggle less, when it doesn't. You still played this game on hard. You still have that achievement. You still worked hard to get good at that game. But not everybody, some people literally just can't play games as good as other people. So
right.
so having an easier difficulty is just a way for more people to be able to play this game. And I don't know if people know this, but developers want as many people to play their game as possible so that they can make money and make more games. And having an easier option will not, jeopardize their creative integrity at all. In fact, it'll strengthen it because people will understand that they are about the players and they are about making this game accessible to literally every single person who's interested in these games. Because for me, it 100% is the difficulty that's my barrier of entry, because I hear how hard it is and I'm like, I don't think I have time to try and get good at this game.
It is very hard.
I have other things to do. Like, I already haven't been playing video games as much as I used to because I've been really busy lately. Like, I don't know if I'll have enough time to try and get really good at these Souls games. But like, there's no harm, in making them easier, as well as games are becoming accessible to people with disabilities as well. And that's another thing that these type of games need, because they're already hard as hell for people without disabilities. Imagine how hard they are for people with disabilities,
Right.
But like, what was I forgot I was gonna say. Oh, another thing that people were mentioning about how the world of these games are really interesting, and I'm intrigued by these worlds that these games build. And a lot of people want to try and get into that world and the story. Some people want to play Souls games for the lore and not necessarily the gameplay. But what keeps them away from getting that lore? The gameplay. The gameplay is the barrier of entry for literally anybody who wants to play that game that aren't into super hard games. People are allowed to play games on easy. People treat that as a bad thing. It is okay to play a game on easy. Different people.
I agree with that.
Different people.
I gotta agree with that heavy because the whole reason I wanted to play Bloodborne was I love Lovecraftian horror and Lovecraftian themes, and that's like all Bloodborne is about. But why I stayed away from Bloodborne for so long was because I was like, this game is notoriously difficult. A lot of people say it's more difficult than Dark Souls, and as someone that's played, I think the first two Dark Souls games and has played Bloodborne, like a lot of Bloodborne is more difficult than Dark Souls. I can see why people don't want to get into Souls-like games because they are incredibly difficult.
Yeah. There's rumors about like a remastered Bloodborne, or people at least want a remastered Bloodborne for PS5.
I'd pay so much money for that.
Yeah, if they did that, I would hope they add, easier mode for people who want to play the game, like me. I do want to play Bloodborne. It does look really cool, but it looks a little hard, and like you just said, it's harder than Bloodborne, so that's a bit of a barrier.